Alright, so apparently Chrisean Rock, y'all know the rapper, has been going through like a lot of controversy because her son is turning 3 years old, has special needs, basically refusing all sorts of doctors' input, and it's causing her son to have like problems. Essentially, he has developmental problems, and she isn't taking like the steps to get him the help he needs to develop the proper way. Because all she did was drink and smoke when she was pregnant. Like, yeah, this video is by Poetic Flacco, and yeah.
Interview just ruined Chrisean Rock's life, and I'm not being hyperbolic, and I'm not playing. This interview is gonna take a severe toll on what she got going on. This interview with the Denzer Project has opened up Chrisean Rock to a new set of eyes that she didn't want. Listen, I'm on Black YouTube, right? I'm in my little sector, my niche. We been knew the Chrisean Rock experience was an absolute shit show, but this Denzer Project interview opened her up to a bigger audience, and they aren't too fond of Chrisean Rock either. She had a viral moment during this podcast, a really viral moment, where she spoke on her son and his disability. And let's just say she's in denial. She's either in denial, delusional, or a straight up liar. You pick either of the three that you believe, or all three. All right? All three.
Damn.
Okay? But Chrisean Rock got to her son because they were discussing how NLE Chopper was online disrespecting her son and, you know, his quote-unquote disability, in which she questions. But while discussing NLE Chopper, they got on the subject of her son. And what Chrisean Rock said in regards to her son's disability stunned everybody.
But then they say this for her because he take accountability, and then he start bringing my baby dad up, but it had nothing to do with, you shouldn't allow another man to control what comes out your mouth.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just like, and then it's like, you don't even know what's going on. So like, all right, boom, let me just get to it. He said, and if it's anything I could do, help, I'm here. The part that really messed with me is that Blueface doesn't seem active in the child's life because of his disability. Hold on. I feel like that's what triggered me, and my anger overpowered my message. I didn't get to deliver any way, shape, or right, and I apologize to you. It didn't deserve my words, and the grace you showed me spoke volumes to the season of your life. You're in the right.
Damn, she can barely read. My bad.
Right now, and I'm here to support and congratulate you overly. So I said my son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he. Right, but it's like,
don't tell me.
I ain't say none of that. Right. I ain't say none of that. Watch your mouth. And then I said, as far for his father, co-parenting decisions are personal. I chose peace and safety over dysfunction. I appreciate you reaching out. I just don't do drama no more. So then he said, thank you for the correction. Just wanted to send you sincere apology. Okay. But why we got to talk about the next? Like, let's just talk about what you just said. Like, I get what you're saying about Blueface or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's dealing with his own demons.
Right.
And you're dealing with yours. Yeah. And I don't really it's like, I'm not finna gossip about another nigga to another nigga.
Also true. But I like what he said, though. He said, you know what? Thank you for the correction. Because he could have been like, well, shit, my bad, damn. And then now y'all both.
No. It's just like, you know, like,
just don't.
It's not even just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah, anybody, if they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says. I don't have to accept what you. So it's really like me, like.
So basically, what she's saying is that her being a Christian is what's going to protect her child, although doctors, people that go to school for years to become what they are telling her that yes, there is a issue with, but she isn't taking that into consideration because, again, Christians fucking crazy. God said that he doesn't have a disability. This is for all Christians. What the fuck do y'all be talking about? Like realistically, what the fuck do y'all be talking about? This is why like I'm no longer a Christian, because like what that makes no fucking sense. See, that's the thing about religion. It makes you operate in a reality that's strictly controlled by your emotions.
Protecting a revelation that I heard from the Lord over my son.
Yeah.
And then it's like redirecting that energy back to that mouth, that tongue, that powerful tongue.
This got a lot of people's attention, even people from a different crowd. People watching a mother sit on a podcast with a son who's about 3 years old, still can't walk, still can't talk, still missing a lot of milestones, sit on a podcast and be in denial to the son having a disability is a part of the problem, and it's horrifying, quite frankly. This happens so often in our community where
should have mastered that ability.
The doctor's diagnosis. We say, nah,
should have mastered that jutsu at around 1.
Man, my son got ADHD. Now they're playing. Now, ADHD, that's a different thing. But man, my son got autism. Nah, you playing. I know a cousin of mine, specifically a cousin of mine, who they diagnosed him with, I think, autism in like the 3rd grade. His parents refused to accept the diagnosis. They even switched his schools, man. They refused any classes. They refused anything.
Who said I had it? Who said
accountability?
Said it.
Absolutely.
Is that what you're tuning into? That's what you're assuming? And then it's fine. It's okay. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, you go online.
People are invested in the kid, and they just want to have faith that this kid is getting the proper treatment and the proper care. But this interview doesn't look that way. It looks like Chrisean Rock is trying to pray away this disability, to be honest, and that's not going to work.
You can't do that
because of this interview.
Because you're not doing shit.
Their research on Chrisean Rock, because
prayer doesn't work.
Been viral enough and made his way into certain spaces on the internet that she's not really familiar in. They did their research on Chrisean Rock, and what they discovered horrified them. And they're making it clear, right? Now, the spokesperson for that particular sector of the internet, Penguin Zero, he went ahead and spoke on Chrisean Rock. And he did his research, and he found out is a lot of what...
Bro, Penguin Zero might be the worst fucking person that to find out he did a fucking exposed video about it. Might be the worst fucking person of all time, because he has damn near everything about you.
We already knew about,
and he's well known as fuck.
Side of the internet, but they're just discovering this. So they're horrified. They're treating Chrisean Rock like she's Casey Anthony, man. Like she is the second comment of Adolf, the field art student, the way they talk about Chrisean Rock, man.
Silly intro for you today. What this lady's done just makes me furious, so I want to yap about it. Chrisean Rock. Maybe you've heard her name, maybe you haven't. I'm pretty confident you've at least seen a couple of clips of hers because she has been addicted to social media attention for a while. So she constantly pops up on popular streamers' streams to try and leech a little bit of clout for herself. Personally, I've always found her to be like a vibe Dementor on stream where she just sucks out all the fun and all the life, leaving only misery in its wake. But that's not the biggest deal in the world. There's plenty of people that are, vibe terrorists that just aren't super entertaining to watch. That's not like a crime. But what is a crime, at least should be, is the way that she handled her pregnancy. Chrisean Rock loved to party. I say loved like it's past tense. I'm sure she still currently does. But while she was pregnant, she still didn't let that stop her. It wasn't an obstacle. She didn't pump the brakes because she's pregnant. She still went hog wild partying, drinking and smoking while pregnant. And this was shown multiple times on camera, just shamelessly drinking and smoking while pregnant, which everybody
just don't give a fuck.
Is really bad for the baby.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
See? This was the specific clip I was talking about when I said that she was drinking and smoking with the baby in her stomach.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
No, you can't have no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't.
No,
You shut the door
you
'cause
can't
it's
have
cold,
no fucking
Tessa.
liquor.
So she really didn't give a fuck.
I think you're a sexist, misogynist,
Another fucking drink.
Who got exposed in a global way by Netflix.
Is that Blueface in the back?
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Wow.
This is just one short compilation, but a lot of these clips go on longer of her drinking even more. And this is only
Blueface didn't give a fuck about him either.
Camera. I can only imagine how often off camera she was also smoking and drinking. It's fucking terrible. And it's not like she didn't know. She even had that clip in there where she's like, it's alright, I can just abort the child, not gonna hurt me. Fucking evil mindset. Like,
I'm saying, what the fuck?
She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking while pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old. He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him. It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking. And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like, I don't know how that's not just a crime. Like, it's all just right out there in the open. Like, it's not a secret. People extremely close to her have just point-blank said that she has smoked and drank throughout her pregnancy. They've said it a couple of times. It's just so unhinged.
I'm not God. I can't tell you if the baby would have still came out disabled if she didn't smoke and drink.
Oh no, I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. And if it did come out, it wouldn't have came out as fucked up as it is now.
But I can definitely tell you that smoking and drinking didn't help. Smoking and drinking, right? Like
it did more than didn't help. It probably is the cause of the reason why he can't fucking walk.
Not a solution if she didn't want the baby, to come out disabled. Now, to me, this right here just sparks the complete end of Chrisean Rock's Christian rebrand, okay? That rebrand that she planned on doing, right, to convert over to the other side of the internet, that's over with, man. Yo, these folks is looking at you talk about how you gonna smoke and drink while you pregnant because you are just gonna get an abortion, so it's not going to affect the baby anyway. People cannot unhear that, man. They can't. And I'll be real, I've knew about this. I think Chrisean Rock even drank on our channel. So I knew about this.
Really?
But, this is the first time I really have sat with it. I'm like, damn. This kid would have really had a normal life, or the chances of him having a normal life would have been great if she didn't drink and smoke. If we know what we know about drinking while pregnant, this is like the direct cause of this kid's life being permanently altered. This kid's quality of life have decreased so fucking drastically, and it's all because she did it and she knew the consequences of it while she was doing it, but she still did it. She's on camera admitting she knew what the consequences were. She still did it because she thought she was going to have an abortion, then she didn't have an abortion. Now,
and to be honest, she really should have. Because it's not the fact that he has a disability. It's the fact that now that he does, you don't give a fuck. You're not helping him. You're not aiding him through this hard time. You don't care because you never cared. You never cared when you were pregnant. You think you're gonna care when the baby comes out and is actually here? Of course you're not gonna fucking care.
Penguin Z did admit that, the only reason.
So now he's just always going to be fucked up.
And, he's covering this or he knew about this is because of this interview.
And now she just did an interview, and it's the reason why I'm even yapping about it outside of just streams where I've talked about it loosely. She did an interview where she's now denying that her child has a disability and says that, the doctors are wrong, the doctors don't know, which to me says that she's not even willing to get this child the assistance that he is likely going to need going forward. Chrisean Rock made a big Christianity push where she's accepting the word of God and taking the Lord as her savior, which I always applaud people for doing if it's coming from a genuine place.
It's not. It almost never is.
Today, there are some absolute vile people that use Christianity as like this get out of jail card where it's used as a tool to avoid any level of accountability and responsibility. Like, nope,
exactly
I'm
what I
completely
said.
clean, so all of the terrible, heinous actions I've done in my past no longer exist, and you can't use them against me in any way, shape, or form because now I'm a Christian. So, we have to forget about all of that, and you're a bad person if you bring them up now. And I really hate that mentality. And I hate to say it, but I do get that same sense from Chrisean Rock, where she's using it as a way of just being like, hey, you all have to forgive me for all of this shit that I've done. And a lot of it you've watched, especially like with the pregnancy. And I don't think I've seen her take any level of like self-reflection or accountability for the terrible fucking way that she handled her pregnancy with the smoking and drinking and the impact that it may have had on her child's life. Like, speaking of the word of God, Chrisean, what do you think God would say to something like this?
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You can't no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
He shut the door because it's cold.
Complete callousness, uncaring if the baby lives or dies, even saying that she would get an abortion and it wouldn't affect her.
Bro just cooked that Christian pivot, bro. What church is going to allow you to come back and be a Christian influencer and grift off the church when they watch this video and see that clip, man?
I'm ending it off right there. Wow. So like she really is evil. Like there's something wrong with her. Wow. And Blueface, you just as accountable. You just as accountable, bro. But yeah, more of the story. Take care of your children. For real.